If you had one piece of advice for every roofer watching, what would it be?
Respond to your reviews. Actually, let's back that up. Ask for reviews.
You always start with, do you know a roofer? Why is that?
So I was sitting here thinking about how I can help people be more visible online. And then I got to thinking about roofers. Why? Because a couple of years ago, I needed a roofer, right? So I asked some people, you know, a roofer, and they said, no, or well, my cousin fixed roofs, but I don't like their cousin, but I just couldn't find anybody that knew a roofer. It's like, well, that's weird because we all need roofers, but nobody knows one. So you have to like go online, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. So it's kind of started me thinking like, why are not why are not it's good English, why roofers are not really just known.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from asking people, do you know a roofer?
Most people don't know roofers. And that's kind of what started this whole journey for the roofer trust system that I created. But how many times do you need a roofer in your life? I only live in a house for so many years at a time. So I really never needed a roofer. My father lived in a house for 50 years. So he needed it a couple of times. Most people, maybe once in their life, they need a roofer. So why is that important? I don't know. What was the question again? Sorry, I got lost.
What It's okay. What's the biggest thing you've learned from asking people, do you know a roofer?
The biggest thing I learned is nobody really knows a roofer because they don't really need a roofer much in their life.
So you're saying it's because they don't usually need it on a daily basis. So it's not something that they would typically just know a roofer unless it's a family member or something.
Right. And that's how referrals used to be. But today in society, 2026, we're a different kind of organism these days. COVID made us all live inside and live online. So now when you say, do you know a roofer? You have to go online because nobody knows a roofer. How many times do you need a roofer in your life? Once, twice? How long do you own your house? I've never personally needed a roofer for my house because I haven't lived there long enough.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've heard you talk about Google and the gang. Who's the gang?
Google and the gang. Google and the gang is Google, obviously. There's also Facebook, which we're on right now, or maybe we're on TikTok, who's another gang member per se. It's really social platforms, right? Google's the big boy, has Google business profile, Google this. Google's now in the dictionaries as of like 7, 8 years ago. When they say Google it, that wasn't a real word back then. It
Yeah,
is
it's
now.
a verb now,
Yeah.
right?
So Google's the big boy. That's the big guy. But TikTok's huge. Facebook's huge. Instagram's bigger than you think it is. Facebook owns Instagram, still part of the gang. And then, gosh, for roofers, there's Nextdoor, Angie's List. Reddit's huge. So the gang is pretty much just social platforms.
So I've heard you talk about feed the pig. What's the pig exactly?
The pig is Facebook, Instagram, Google, Chat GPT, Perplexity, Claude. It's all the social media platforms and AI that are there that humans like you and me go to find recommendations, go to find information. And that pig needs to be well fed, or we just don't care. We don't notice. You don't notice a skinny pig. You notice good looking fat pig. So we have to feed the pig so the information is there when you and me, humans, are looking for that information.
That makes sense. Okay. Besides reviews, what else feeds the pig?
Post pictures, blogs, but nobody like reads blogs anymore, right? It's really just being present constantly, constantly present. If I was an AI bot, I'm looking for, is this business alive? Have they posted in the last 5 days, right? If I'm a human, I really want to see something that engages me. That memes are powerful these days, but at least show me a picture of people on the roof and I want to see their eyeballs. I want to see smiling faces. I want to see work done. I want to see a clean yard, believe it or not. But I want to see work being done. I want to see proof that this is a real company. And this, not just roofers, anybody that's listening, have proof that you're alive, that you exist, that you're viable, that you could be known. You could have trust that you can do a good job. There's evidence for all these posts, and they have confidence to actually call you. So it's almost everything online that you can present as your business says, hey, I'm here, I'm alive, I do the work, I do a good job. Give me a call if you need some help.
Right. Because nowadays, I mean, with AI, you can't tell what's real and what isn't real. You see all kinds of posts out there that is it real? Is it not real? Is it AI made? So, yeah, when I'm trying to buy something, I absolutely want to make sure it comes from something that's real and not just some made up. And I want to know that it's, good, got good reviews and whatnot. So,
Now,
okay. So, reviews actually feed the pig also.
yeah. So Chat GPT is a big one. It's almost the first one, not really, because it started back in the 50s or maybe before, but that's all I know. Um, Chat GPT and Bing, they pretty much feed each other. Apple Maps, Bing Maps, right? How do they know that a business is alive? How do they know a business is good? Reviews. I mean, anytime we look for a restaurant that we have not been to before, we check out reviews, right? And if it's not 4.3 stars or above, we don't go.
Right.
Um, Trusted advisor, I want to go on vacation to Playa del Carmen. Well, don't go this month. The sargassum is terrible. How would you know if you didn't look at the reviews? Because the hotels are going, come to here. It's awesome. It's not. The sargassum's terrible.
Right.
Don't
Of
go right now.
course.
But reviews are very, very important because people read those. The stars are important. But here's something that everybody's missing, business is missing. How do you respond to those reviews? People never respond to the medium reviews. They may respond to the negative. We've been taught don't respond to negative. Well, guess what? It might be time to start. Why? People read those responses. AI read those responses. And a part of those responses is also putting your name, your business, your location, your types of services in those responses, but in a way that's humanized. If it's AI generated responses that sounds like a robot writing it, guess what? Robots don't like robots. So they ignore those kind of responses, reviews. But reviews are great. If you're not asking for reviews, so sorry, Charlie. But also you need to respond to those reviews, positive and negative.
That's important, I think, too, because if everybody's human, we all make mistakes. And so if a mistake is made, it does help if somebody can go back and explain exactly what happened, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I've heard you talk about KEC. What is that?
So KEC, KEC, known, evidence, and confidence. I said this a little bit before, or maybe I haven't said it yet. Depends on how I edit this thing. Anyway, um, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again a few more times. It's my play on know, like, and trust because we don't buy from people we don't know, we don't like, we don't trust. Usually, right? Sometimes we do, but in the real world of like, if I don't know somebody, if I don't like somebody, and I don't trust somebody, I'm probably not buying from them. So I've changed this into known evidence and confidence because I had to add that AI thing to this. So they like to be known, whereas your information is consistent across all the platforms. All the pigs know where you live, what hours you're open, what your phone number is, right? Evidence, these posts, these responses, the reviews, and then confidence, if you do enough of the known and the evidence, then AI and humans are confident in recommending you. It's like a recommendation engine that's being built with the roofer trust system.
Okay. Gotcha. So how does KEC change the way roofers should think about marketing?
Roofers, as far as I know, got to know maybe the like. The know is hard because we don't do roofs every day, right? The uh, the evidence they don't have enough as they look at my roof. There's a yard, I have a yard sign on the one I just did. In fact, there's roof just got replaced over here, and there's been a yard sign of the roofer. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what it is. I don't know the name of the company. I see it every day. So But online, they should have a picture of that yard sign. Like, hey, check out our new roof. It looks good. It looks real good. But what is roofers not getting is 2026. Everybody's online now. If they're not online, the best they got is signs in the yard. Maybe their trucks have a wrapper around it. Billboards, I don't believe in them. But anyway, billboards can work too. But how do people get from known evidence to confidence? You just got to be out there, right? And reviews, Google reviews are big. Angie's List reviews are big. The
Absolutely.
reviews are the thing. I'm not going to lie. I have a whole guide on it. Maybe I'll post a link later.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, when you're driving, you're not looking at signs. You're too busy keeping your eye on the road. So when I want to look at advertising, obviously I would get it from online, internet. So, okay. You say reviews are digital word of mouth. What do you mean by that? You pretty much explained that, but let's go over that again.
Well, it's used to before we were online, before we had cell phones, like, hey, have you tried out the new Thai place down the street? And you would just ask your circle. And if they haven't, it's like, well, that's a gamble. And if they say, yeah, it's great, like, well, let's go, Martha. Now, if you're looking for a Thai place, you type in Thai place near me, it'll pop up a lot of Thai places, right? And hopefully there's a good one in there. You like the 5 stars, but who trusts 5 stars? That's a bunch of fake stuff, probably. Maybe not, but if it's one review and 5 stars, I'm not going there. If it's 80 reviews and 4.7, it's probably pretty good. So it's
Sure.
not just the stars. I think I'm drifting into it's not just stars that matter, it's how many stars. How many people gave it 4.7? How many gave it a 5? If I have 20 reviews and it says it's a 4, eh, probably
Well,
not. Yeah.
the larger amount shows consistency, right?
Yeah. So anybody listening, if you do a job, ask for a review, right? And then
Right.
respond to it. I said this earlier. Respond to your reviews.
Okay. I've heard you say you can't recommend someone you don't remember. Where did that idea come from?
From Do You Know a Roofer?
Okay.
Everybody I talked to had their roof done. Do you know a
Okay.
roofer? No. My brother, the other day, I called him up and he goes, hey, do you know a roofer? I said, well, that's my slogan. He goes, no, really, do you know a roofer? I said, yeah, but only because I'm in the business of knowing roofers. Let me ask my wife because she used to hire a lot of roofers and I gave him a name. But this is a guy who knows everybody in town, all the cops, all everybody. I mean, anybody and everybody. He doesn't know a roofer. So I think it's important to be remembered. And how do you be remembered? Be visible, be present, be consistent, be out there. Your truck wrap is great. Your post of you doing a new roof is just as good, if not better, to me personally, I think.
Okay. So you use the word evidence a lot. What counts as evidence?
Post pictures, reviews, um, just it's really just being present. Present and evidence sometimes is the same thing. If I'm consistently there, it's evident that I'm a real business. It's evident that I'm not just some guy from out of town, out of state that's coming in just because there was a storm. It's evident that I'm real, I'm local, I'm here for you.
So what made you start studying recommendations instead of marketing?
I've been in marketing a long time, and it's marketing, right? It's not humanized. And I love the human brain and how it works, how we buy, how we accept things. But marketing is how can it force it down you? In my mind, it's too forceful. It's not humanized enough. So I've gone to more the psychological side, the neuromarketing side. It's still marketing, but it's like, why should you care about what I'm talking about? Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So why do you think recommendations are so powerful?
We were raised with recommendations, right? As children, we go, hey, mama, should I touch the hot stove? She goes, I wouldn't recommend it. And we touched it anyways. Like, well, mama was right. So, and then it's cousins and family and all that. Then the Thai restaurant, like I've talked about probably too many times already. If you get bad Thai food, Nobody's going to recommend it. But how do you get that the good Thai food? Have somebody go there first. you know, it's what do they recommend? And so
Right.
it's forever, probably since Adam and Eve, recommendations like, well, don't kick that rock, it'll hurt.
Okay. I've heard you say AI is changing everything. What's actually changing?
It's the recommendations. AI assist is prevalent. I mean, in 2025, I read a report that says 5% of people used AI to help them find a service or a business. 2026, it's 45% reported by the same report. So people are going online, roofers near me, roofers in 78654, right? That changed everything. Um, Now we have our phones are huge, little computers in the pocket, and we go, "Hey Siri, what? I need a roofer near me." There's Siri right there, and Siri will tell us. How does Siri know? Apple Maps, Apple
Okay.
Business Connection. If you're not, hey, by the way, here's a tip: get on Apple Business Connect.
Okay. Why do you think AI cares about reviews, photos, and posts?
Cares is not really the right word. It's looking. It wants to care that you're alive, that you're a business, that you're viable. It's looking to make sure when it recommends you that it was right. So it cares
Okay.
to not be wrong. It's still a robot. There's no emotions, but there is. It wants to recommend you. It really, really, really. It cares. It really cares if that it could recommend you, but you have to be there. You have to be present. The trust signals, which we haven't talked about, the trust signals are there. I got the post, I got the reviews, I got some engagement by the response to the reviews. So that's how it cares per se.
Okay. You don't seem worried about AI. Why not?
Worried? No. Should I be? Maybe. Is anyone come sentient? I don't know. Is Terminator going to happen? I don't think so. Um, Also, I don't know if you notice, there's a trend that the younger generation is starting to go non-AI. They're getting flip phones. They're not having smartphones anymore. So there's going to be a division between I like AI, I don't like AI. So it's all going to figure itself out, right? It's going to be self-leveling. So I'm not worried about AI being sentient. Am I worried about AI taking my job? No. Let me say that again. Am I worried about AI taking my job? No. AI is my assistant. In fact, she's kind of dumb, but she still helps me in research.
Why do you think homeowners should trust strangers on the internet?
It's all they got. I mean, once again, since COVID, we're at home. We don't get out much anymore. So who are we asking for recommendations? My next door neighbor gets out less than me, right? So I need to trust reviews from strangers. I need to trust that somebody went there and liked it enough that maybe I should give it a chance. It's not really strangers. It's just kind of the group, crowd, tribe mentality that somebody tried it, they didn't die, so maybe I should try it too.
Okay. Why do you think some roofers are remembered and others just aren't?
They're not present. They're not visible. They're not asking for reviews. They're not posting like they should. They're busy chasing leads instead of developing a compounded visibility. So it's again, we're online. We go, do you know a roofer near me? Siri, where's the roofers? Storm chasers, people not online are going to miss out on Siri saying, hey, check out Johnny's.
Okay. I've heard you say every post becomes evidence. How?
It says I'm alive. It says I'm a viable business. It says I'm active. It says that I am here to help you with your roofing problems. So it just stacks up that compounded visibility. It's another trust signal that's created. So humans and AI both go, hey, I kind of remember that person.
Okay. What do you mean when you say silence is evidence too?
So we talked about trust signals and compounded evidence. If you're silenced, it's not going to compound. And there's a cutoff. There's an age. After 7 days, AI says, "Well, there's nothing new from that person, so I'm going to stop thinking about them so much. I'll still check in sometimes, but I'm going to really stop caring." Like we said before, So you need to be not silent. You need to be loud and proud because silence is deadly.
Okay. And why do you think great roofers still struggle to get recommended?
They're not visible. They're not compounding that visibility. They're not putting out the trust signals. They're not online. They're not responding to reviews. They're not asking for reviews. They're not making posts. I go to roofers pages and I just see ad. I don't see
Okay.
roof's done. It looked like crap before. Now it looks good.
Do you think it's missing that personal touch?
Yeah, of course. They're in business. They should be proud of what they do. Roof work is hard. It's hot. It's if you mess it up, somebody's losing a house maybe. So the personal touch to say, "Hey, I'm good. You need to trust me. At least check me out," is very important. If by being silent and not doing these things, you just don't care. And I know they care about their business.
Okay. What's the difference between getting found and getting chosen?
So they're almost the same thing, right? So and I say, "Do you know a roofer?" I'm looking. I'm looking to find a roofer. And somebody goes, "Hey, I know Johnny's." And another person goes, "Well, ask Siri." And then once I find these people, I need to choose them. And how do I choose them? The trust signals, the compounded visibility, the know, like, and trust, the KEC, known, evidence, and confidence. How do they
And the
look online?
reviews.
And the reviews. I mean, how did they look online? Did it look like somebody I'd be worth giving a call and say, "Hey, check out my roof"?
Sure. Okay. Why do you think trust starts before a homeowner ever needs a roof?
It comes back to that same question as before. Do you know a roofer? So I don't need a roofer. I'm sitting in my home. It's raining. It's not leaking. I don't need the roofer. But if somehow online, because the roofer has good posts, has good pages, he has like maybe a weather report here or there. He does an almanac Sundays or something that's like, "Hey, that's Johnny's roofing. I'm going to go check his page out. Hey, that's some cool stuff Johnny had over there." A year later, my roof caves in. Crap, I should call Johnny. I know who he is. He seems like a good guy. So it helps. It helps to sell. It helps at least getting the estimate. It helps to close because they knew you before they needed you.
Okay, gotcha. I've heard you say people don't buy roofs, they buy confidence. What do you mean?
I need a roof, right? I can put a roof up. Am I confident that it won't leak? No. Is my cousin Earl, am I confident he's going to make a roof so it doesn't leak? No. I need to be confident in the person I'm spending 20 grand, 30 grand on to put a roof on me. I need to be confident that they can do a good job, at least way better than Earl.
Well, essentially, your home is your biggest lifetime investment. You want to make sure that that's being handed to somebody you trust. So
Absolutely. It'd be
I
nice
get
if
it.
they were known, liked, and trust, but at least confidence would be nice.
Sure. If you had one piece of advice for every roofer watching, what would it be?
Respond to your reviews. Actually, let's back that up. Ask for reviews and then respond to them. Oh, yeah. And pick up your phone when it rings. That's one of the biggest complaints I hear these days. I called a roofer. They didn't answer. There's more roofers. So just ask for reviews and respond to them, answer your phone. That's three things.
Okay. That's all that I have for today.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Ingrid.
Thank you, Mr. Lane.